Is Akashvani and I am Nishit Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Chandrayaan-3 set to make soft landing on south pole of the moon around 6:04 p.m. on Wednesday. Russia's moon mission ends in failure after its spacecraft Luna 25 crashes into the moon. Government raises onion buffer from 3 lakh metric ton to 5 lakh metric ton. NCCF to sell onions at retail price of 25 rupees per kilogram from tomorrow. Centre approves advance of 200 crore rupees to flood-hit Himachal Pradesh. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge reconstitutes party's working committee. Spain's women football team creates history by lifting FIFA Women's World Cup for the first time. Beat England 1-0 in the final at Sydney. And India's Anahat Singh clinches gold in the Asian Junior Squash Individual Championships in China. And now the news in detail. The Indian Space Research Organization's ambitious mission to the moon Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft is scheduled to make a soft landing on the south pole of the lunar surface around 6:04 p.m. Indian Standard Time on Wednesday. The space agency also shared that people can watch the historic event live on ISRO website, the space agency's official YouTube channel, ISRO's Facebook page and DD National from 5:27 p.m. onwards on the 23rd of August. Earlier this morning, ISRO announced that Chandrayaan-3's lander module comprising lander Vikram and rover Pragyan has successfully completed its second and final deboosting, which reduced the lander module orbit with dimensions of 25 kilometers by 134 kilometers in the VRs. The spacecraft's Vikram lander successfully completed its first deboosting operation at 4 p.m. on August 18th, reducing the lander module's orbit to 113 kilometers by 157 kilometers. A successful landing will make India the first country to land near the moon's little explored south pole. It will be only the fourth country after the US, the former Soviet Union and China to achieve a soft landing on the moon. Russia's moon mission ended in failure after its spacecraft Luna 25 spun out of control and crashed into the moon. The Russian space agency Roscosmos today said that a preliminary analysis of Luna 25 mission suggests that a deviation between the actual and calculated parameters of the propulsion maneuver led to the spacecraft transitioning into an unintended orbit, resulting in its collision with the lunar surface and subsequent loss. Roscosmos said yesterday, in accordance with the Luna 25 flight program, an impulse was provided to form its pre-landing elliptical orbit. At about 14:57 Moscow time, communication with the Luna 25 apparatus was interrupted. The measures taken yesterday and today to search for the device and get in contact with it did not produce any results. A specially formed interdepartmental commission will deal with the issues of clarifying the reasons for the loss of the moon mission. In an unprecedented move, the government has raised the quantum of onion buffer to 5 lakh metric ton this year after achieving the initial procurement target of 3 lakh metric ton. In this regard, the Department of Consumer Affairs has directed National Cooperative Consumers Federation (NCCF) and the National Agricultural Cooperative Marketing Federation (NAFED) to procure 1 lakh ton each to achieve the additional procurement target, alongside calibrated disposal of the procured stocks in major consumption centres. Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution said disposal of onions from the buffer has commenced, targeting major markets in the states and UTs where retail prices are above the all India average or significantly higher than the previous month. Apart from releasing in major markets, onions from the buffer are also being made available to retail consumers at a subsidized rate of 25 rupees per kilogram through retail outlets and mobile vans of NCCF from tomorrow. The central government has granted 200 crore rupees as an advance from the National Disaster Response Fund to the Himachal Pradesh government. This aid aims to support relief measures during the current monsoon season. The Ministry of Home Affairs informed that the central government has already released 2 installments of the State Disaster Response Fund totaling 360.80 crore rupees last month and 189.27 crore rupees this month from the NDRF of past dues. It said the centre is monitoring situation in Himachal 24/7 and 20 NDRF teams, 3 Indian Air Force helicopters and 9 columns of Indian Army are deployed currently in the state for rescue and relief. The BJP National President Jagat Prakash Nadda and Information and Broadcasting Minister Anahat Singh Thakur today visited the disaster-affected areas in Himachal Pradesh to take stock of the damages caused by heavy rains. We have more from our correspondent.
BJP's National President Jagat Prakash Nadda said that the centre government has released an amount of rupees 622 crore so far to the State Disaster Relief Fund, including interim relief to the natural calamity hit Himachal Pradesh. About 2,700 crore rupees have also been allocated under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. He stated that all BJP MPs from the state will contribute their entire MP fund for the state's disaster relief. Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu held a meeting with BJP's National President and Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting Anahat Singh Thakur. He deemed the current relief provisions from the centre government as inadequate. He urged for a special relief package from the centre in view of geographical conditions of the state and the severity of the disaster. Ritesh Kapoor, Akashvani News, Shimla.
In Punjab, the flood situation in Gurdaspur, Taran-Taran, Firozpur, Fazilka, Hoshiarpur, Roopnagar and Kapurthala districts continues to remain grim. Several more villages in the border district of Fazilka have been submerged in flood water. As the flood water touched the Kalanwali bridge in this district, the normal traffic has been stopped as a precautionary measure. Due to this, many villages have been cut off from road connectivity. We have a report.
The common people are showing more courage in relief and rescue operations in flood-affected districts. One such example was seen in the area of village Donna Sikandari in Fazilka district today, when a temporary dam of about 2,200 meters was made very close to the barbed wire on the India-Pakistan border. Due to this, about 3,000 acres of standing crops in the area have been saved from submerging in the floodwater. People assisted with their tractor trolleys, while the district authorities provided JCB machines and diesel, and under the supervision of Border Security Force, the entire work was completed in a record time. Shishu Sharma Shantal, Akashvani News, Jalandhar.
In Uttarakhand, 7 people were killed and 28 others injured when a bus fell into a gorge near Gangnani on the Gangotri National Highway in Uttarkashi district today. As soon as the information of the accident was received, NDRF, SDRF and police started relief and rescue operations with the help of local people. According to the information received from the Disaster Operations Centre, a total of 35 people were on board. The bus was returning from Gangotri Dham. The 4-day Youth 20 Summit 2023 concluded today with the unanimous adoption of Y20 communique. During the meeting, extensive deliberations took place among the participating delegates of G20 countries on the 5 identified themes for the finalization of Y20 communique. The Y20 communique was signed by the heads of the delegations of G20 countries and was finally adopted. Talking to Akashvani News, Y20 Chair Anmol Sovit said the 4-day summit remained very successful and the major part of the summit was the finalization of the Y20 communique.
We have been successful to get the consensus on our communique, and this is the major part of our Y20 final summit. I am very delighted to say that all the delegates, representatives from the G20 countries have got a consensus that we will go with this communique. And in that, we have democratically discussed every point, and after discussion, we got the final draft of communique, and we will present this to the government. Later, it will be given to all the G20 countries, and we are hopeful they will implement this.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge today reconstituted the party's working committee, CWC. The list issued by the party said there will be 39 members in the Congress working committee. Along with that, it will have 18 permanent invitees, 14 in charges of state and 13 special invitees, including presidents of the youth wing, student wing, women wing and the Seva Dal of party as ex officio members. Besides Mr. Kharge, former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, A.K. Antony, Ambika Soni, Meera Kumar are part of the committee. Former Rajasthan Deputy Chief Minister Sachin Pilot, former Punjab Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Channi, former Union Ministers Shashi Tharoor, Anand Sharma have also been included in the CWC. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan today launched a 2,400 crore rupee project aimed at equipping the urban local bodies in the state with scientific and modern solid waste management systems. The World Bank and the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank supported project envisages the establishment of world-class facilities for the management of biodegradable and solid wastes, modern material collection and resource recovery facilities, incinerators for management of sanitary waste, development of scientific landfills and recycling parks. The project will have a central command and control system besides a grievance redressal mechanism. In the United States, Hurricane Hillary is expected to slam into Southern California later today as a rare tropical storm, unleashing floods, fierce winds and heavy downpours. Tens of millions of people are under a tropical storm warning. The National Hurricane Center said Hillary is expected to weaken to a tropical storm before it reaches the U.S., but it will still likely pack a powerful punch in the southwest. President of Pakistan, Arif Alvi, today denied signing the Official Secrets Amendment Bill 2023 and Pakistan Army Amendment Bill 2023 into law due to his strong disagreement with the legislation. President Alvi accused his staff of undermining his will and command. Talking to social media platform, Pakistan President said he directed his staff to return the bill and sign within a stipulated time to render them ineffective as it disagreed with the laws. However, his staff allegedly undermined his will and command. Yesterday, Pakistani media reported that President Arif Alvi gave his assent for the bills allowing the proposed legislation to become acts of parliament. According to the media reports, the Senate and the National Assembly approved the bills, followed by the President. The India Meteorological Department has predicted very heavy rainfall in isolated places of Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand during the next 2 to 3 days. Due to heavy rainfall, flash flood risk is likely over a few watersheds and neighborhoods in Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand during the next 24 hours. According to the latest weather forecast by IMD, the Sub-Himalayan West Bengal, Sikkim and Bihar will also witness heavy rainfall during the next 4 days. As per IMD, heavy rainfall activity is also likely to increase over east and adjoining central India. Madhya Pradesh and Vidarbha will witness heavy rainfall over the next 2 days. The weather agency said a low pressure area formed over the northwest Bay of Bengal is likely to move west-northwestwards across northeast Madhya Pradesh during the next 24 hours. In football, Spain made history by defeating England 1-0 to lift the FIFA Women's World Cup title in Sydney today for the first time. Captain Olga Carmona's wonderful strike in the 29th minute proved to be the winner. England were dominant under reproach, but Spain's brilliant effort did not let them equalize as inch closer towards victory. Spain's national football team, also known as La Roja, became only the second country after Germany to win both the men's and women's World Cups. India's Anahat Singh clinched the gold medal in the U17 category of the Asian Junior Squash Individual Championships held in Dalian, China from August 16 to 20th. The 15-year-old Anahat defeated Hong Kong's Ina Kwong 3-1 in the final today to win the gold medal. She had beaten Malaysian player Doishe Lee and Whitney Isabelle Wilson in the quarterfinal and semi-final respectively. Last year in Thailand, the Delhi-based Anahat had won her first gold medal of this event. And in cricket, India set a target of 186 runs against Ireland in the second T20 match against Ireland at Dublin today. India made 185 for 5 in the stipulated 20 overs. For India, opener Rituraj Gaikwad scored 58 runs. Earlier, Ireland won the toss and opted to field. India leads the 3-match series 1-0, having won the first T20 match on Friday. Foreign investors pumped in over 13,000 crore rupees into the Indian capital market so far in August. According to the depository's data, foreign portfolio investors put in a net sum of 8,394 crore rupees in the Indian equities. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Chandrayaan 3 set to make soft landing on the south pole of the moon around 6:04 p.m. on Wednesday. Russia's moon mission ends in failure after its spacecraft Luna 25 crashes into the moon. Government raises onion buffer from 3 lakh metric tons to 5 lakh metric ton. NCCF to sell onions at retail price of 25 rupees per kilogram from tomorrow. Centre approves advance of 200 crore rupees to flood-hit Himachal Pradesh. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge reconstitutes party's working committee. Spain's women football team creates history by lifting FIFA Women's World Cup for the first time. Beat England 1-0 in the final at Sydney. And India's Anahat Singh clinches gold in the Asian Junior Squash Individual Championships in China. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.
This is Akashvani. In the program Spotlight, now we bring you an exclusive interview with Meenakshi Lekhi, Union Minister of State for